Dragon Ball FighterZ is out and already the fanbase wants more fighters. Whether it be they gobbled up the content in a matter of days or they believe the roster is too small is still uncertain. However, what we can do in the meantime is come up with our own predictions of who will be in the 8-man roster and when these fighters will be released. So without pause, let's begin. Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is a strong candidate for being the frontrunner of these fighters as he is based in Dragon Ball Super lore and one of the strongest warriors in existence. Kefla is a breath of fresh air in the sausage fest that is Dragon Ball Z. A fused Super Saiyan with the legendary green hair that Broly sports, not only is she powerful enough to go toe-to-toe with Goku, but she of another dimension in the Super Series in the Tournament of Power and will be easily recognizable. Two good guys, let's throw in two bad guys. Not just anyone mind you, but a community favorite Cooler. This space tyrant has always been one of my favorites in the Dragon Ball Z series, being Frieza's older brother and far stronger as well. It's no question that this was Akira Toriyama's answer to who does Frieza butt heads with when left to their devices. This monster deserves a spot at the table, no doubt. Broly. The legendary Super Saiyan. Broly was born the same day as Goku and has a deep-seated hatred for him for crying non-stop in the delivery room. Not only has he survived his entire planet being destroyed, but he did it as an infant while rescuing his father, who would later betray him and ultimately cause his and his own son's death. Also, it doesn't hurt that he can fight 4 Super Saiyans and a Super Namekian at the same time. Honorable mentions. Dabura. King of the Demon Realm and right hand of the wizard Babidi. This being served as a wake-up call to the Z fighters who were celebrating a time of peace and were really prepared for such a threat. Later to be betrayed and murdered by Majin Buu. Dabura as a person is actually quite nice in the other world. Pickin. Pickin is another community favorite and serves as Goku's rival and partner for other world adventures. Whether it be competing in tournaments or banishing realm-shattering demons, he will be there to have Goku's back. Whis. I personally would like to see Whis, but he is just so brokenly overpowered in the series that the game developers probably don't want to bring him down to our level. Plus he's busy watching Beerus play with string. Garlic Jr. actually almost made it into my roster as he is the only Dragon Ball Z character to appear in this series, but first appearing in non-canon, which was in the movie Dead Zone. Strong contender, but besides Majin Android 21 it's hard to say if they will bend the rules. Other smaller honorable mentions would be Mr. Satan. Vital. Android 19. Android 20. Zarbon and Dodoria. Now back to actual roster choices, going to 2 more good guys. I say good with wariness as we still probably aren't sure afters and overs too. Timebreaker Bardock or just normal boring Bardock. Bardock, the father of Goku. Being the victim of a mind-altering ability of a race he slaughtered in the name of Frieza, he gained a vision of his home planet being destroyed by the one and only space tyrant. Discovering the death of his comrades and the destiny of his youngest son Kakarot, he dies trying to redeem himself by standing up in a oppressed universe to be annihilated by Lord Frieza in orbit of planet Vegeta. Jiren. Jiren is a wall. Unmovable. Unrelenting. Unforgiving. While he competes as a contender in the Tournament of Power in the Super Series, he still may not be all good. We will know more about him and his team's motives after the tournament finishes. Now some of you may be surprised by these 2 last picks, but hear me out, I actually have reasons to back these 2 up. Master Roshi. Master Roshi has been stepping up in every department in the Super Series. He actually fights now, which he never ever did in the Z series besides kind of in the Garlic Jr. saga. He has such a prominent role that I would feel guilty not to have him in my roster. And now finally we have our final spot. Janemba. Now listen, you're probably thinking, oh, why Janemba? He's not in the Super Series. With all these universes and all this infinite dimension talk in Super and Janemba having a background in these matters, a light bulb went off in my head and I thought to myself, you know who deals with dimension warping and infinite realms besides maybe Majin Buu and the Angels? Janemba. Sorry, not sorry if you didn't like my picks, but there they are. To recap, we have Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Super Saiyan Kefla, Broly, Cooler, Master Roshi, Jiren, Bardock, and Janemba. Thank you for listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed the background footage of me getting my ass handed to me. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Who do you think will be in the DLC pack? And until next time guys. See you later.